We move straight on to find out who's collecting the other medals. It's time for the compound mixed team gold medal match between Colombia and Mexico.
On target number 1, representing Colombia. En la paca número 1, representando a Colombia, Sara López. Y Jagdeep Singh. On target number 2, representing Mexico. En la paca número 2, representando a México, Mariana Bernal. Y Miguel Becerra. The line judge for this match will be, el juez de línea para este match será Ricardo Deschamps.
Well, we've got an interesting matchup on our hands here. A classic one between Colombia and Mexico here at the Pan American Championships. Sara Lopez, well, there's not enough time to tell you how many medals she's won, so I'll just stick with 7 times Hyundai Archery World Cup final champion, world number 2. Teamed up with Jagdeep Singh on the Colombian side of the shooting line. Mexico line up with Mariana Bernal. She's just 19 years old. And she's paired up with Miguel Becerra, the world number 6. Will be the Colombians to get the match underway.
10. Yes, 10. Yes, 10. Yes, 10.
Well, an impressive start from both teams here. I feel, Nikki, that just a single drop point is going to pile a huge amount of pressure on the first team to drop one.
Yes, 10.
Yeah, I mean, conditions look pretty good. We can see those flags just in the background there, flapping a little bit, but we're alongside this stadium, and the targets have seemed to be fairly protected. So, good conditions, like you say. It's really got to be about holding your nerve here, shooting as many 10s as you can, and there's the first one.
So it's all about seizing the opportunity now.
Yes, 10.
Well, both teams dropping just that single point, so nothing in it. They all look pretty composed as well, Nikki.
Yeah, they do. I mean, as you say, a few of these archers are absolutely world class. They're used to these kind of arenas, but perhaps Bernal there, 19-year-old Mexican, a little less experienced. I'm kind of surprised that she's on the line last there shooting. Usually you put your strongest archer to shoot that last arrow because it can be deemed as, the mentally perhaps hardest arrow to shoot. So I'm surprised that Becerra hasn't chosen to shoot last. It's an interesting decision. And on the Colombian team, obviously Sara Lopez, the best of all time. Really, really strong archer.
There is Sara Lopez. Teamed up with Jagdeep Singh, who's doing really well. This is Becerra on the Mexican side. This is a good outing from Mariana Bernal. in the team competition yesterday, so she's got some experience on the field. Can the pairs change the order? Can they rotate in the middle of a match?
Yeah, they can change their order as long as they each shoot 1 arrow per rotation. They can switch it up between them.
So time for the second end of this intriguing battle between Colombia and Mexico, with the scores all square at 39 apiece.
10. Yes, 10.
Nice view of the sight that Sarah's looking through there, little 5 pin.
Yes, 10.
These archers have magnified scopes, so looking through a magnified lens. You can see that spirit bubble as well in the front of the sight there, little blue spirit level, just to make sure the bow is upright.
Yes, 10. Yes, 10. Nueve, 9.
Well, same for Colombia. 3 10s and a 9 in the first, 3 10s and a 9 in the second end.
9 posible 10. 9 possible 10.
A little bit of pressure on Mariana Bernal now.
Yes, 10.
So a 10 for her. Now, I was going to ask you about what's going through the, what are the archers looking at when they're at full draw, but first off, that 9 looked like a 10 to me.
Well, we can wait for the measure. They're just zooming in on it there. Can't quite see from that angle, but yeah, wait for the judge to see. Get the magnifying glass out if they're not sure.
I'm not an official, but I think that is cutting the line. We shall wait and see, but it could be that Mexico going to the lead. We didn't quite get the indication from the line judge there as to whether that was going to be marked up or down. So we wait on tenterhooks. Whilst we wait, when you're at full draw as an archer, you were talking about the spirit level and looking through the sight. What are you actually looking at?
So for a compound archer, you'll see in the back of the string, there's a little peep sight, so a little hole they're looking through, so they know they're in the centre of the string, you can see there. And then we're allowed a magnified lens in compound archery, so you can have a magnification that suits you, and that's different distances, and different people have different preferences. And again, you can have a sort of a dot in the middle of your lens, a circle, a fibre that we've seen. So yeah, so many personalisations really, that helps you just make sure you're dead on the middle of the sight.
So Colombia versus Mexico in this gold medal match, and the Mexicans leading by a single point. That 9 was marked up to a 10 for Mexico in the previous end. So they hold a slender 1-point lead at the halfway stage.
10.
we look down the range then, we could see a little bit of flapping of those flags on top of the targets, but these compound bows are so fast. You know, these arrows are travelling around 300 feet a second, that 50-metre target, so don't get too knocked about in the wind. More if the archers themselves and the line is being moved, which in this case they're not, so still pretty good conditions.
10.
So great reply from Colombia, a perfect 40 for them. Now, can Becerra and Bernal hold their nerve and keep this 1-point lead? 2 10s required.
10.
So 2 40s in a row for Mexico, and they hold this, as I say, 1-point lead going into the final end here. This is a nervy one, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It's really tight. Like I say, world-class arch in the field we're looking at, and 3 ends in, and he's dropping 1 point so far from Mexico. Yeah, they're just going to hold on to that now, and they'll be wanting to keep their minds off what's going on. Just try and relax now as the scoring is happening, and just get back on the line and stick to their normal shot processes.
Official results after 3 ends. Team from Mexico leads with 1 point. 190, 180.
I was about to say you'd rather be in the Mexican shoes, but as you always say, shooting first with a 1-point difference sometimes can be advantageous.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to put the pressure on Mexico. So Colombia here really got to stay clean just to start this out. As much pressure as they can to try and force a tie or even switch it up for the win.
So this is it, the final end of the compound mixed team gold medal match at the Pan American Championships of 2022. And it's over to Sara Lopez.
10. Nine.
Just didn't look happy with that, did he? I think he knew as soon as he went off. Not enough.
Couple of important arrows here for Mexico now.
10.
Another 10 would mean the pressure just comes off a little bit for their final 2 arrows. Just what the doctor ordered. So now a 2-point lead for Mexico with 2 arrows per team left.
Yes, 10. Nine.
So drifting off into the 9 for a 156. Now, Becerra shooting first in this rotation. A 10 here really will give Bernal a massive opportunity.
10.
Beautiful. So here it is. Huge opportunity here. 8 or more for the Pan American title. Time running out. but puts it into the 10. What a brilliant performance from this Mexican pair of Mariana Bernal and Miguel Becerra. They shot 3 perfect scores in ends 2, 3, and 4 and dropped just 1 point in the very first end. And that is what you need to do when you're up against Colombia. But Mexico have done it here. They are the new compound mixed team Pan American champions.